6 years ago, my family went on a trip to Boston, Massachusetts. We were interested in the city because it was rich in American history. The city, for the most part, seems safe. There are Dunkin' Donuts shops on nearly every corner. The people are in general very friendly. The best clam chowder I've ever tasted is located in its marketplace. Despite all of this, however, everything was not what it had seemed. I was almost murdered. I was walking down the street with my father, mother, and sister. Starving for our lunch, we were in search of an interesting restaurant. We spotted a burger place. My little sister and I were intrigued by the restaurant because the glass had been removed from its main window in the front. It was a balmy summer day. Our parents agreed to our choice and we went inside. Instantly, we were delighted. We were the lucky party who got to sit at the table nearest to the window. I was thrilled because I had managed to claim the seat right by the open window. We all ordered burgers, frustrated that we would have to wait for them. As it turned out, the wait wasn't all that bad. My sister and I enjoyed observing all the people who were walking by the restaurant. Some people appeared to be total weirdos. Some were dressed up in monkey suits, and others looked like casual tourists or residents, but that's an average crowd when you were in a city, I suppose. After a while of giggling amongst ourselves, and our parents telling us that we were more obvious than we thought, our food had arrived. The burgers were absolutely delicious. We were so hungry, though, that anything would have tasted good. As we were stuffing our faces, I heard a pleading voice behind me. It was a homeless man begging for food. He looked absolutely disgusting. He didn't resemble any homeless person I had ever seen in the past. He had strange white bumps all over his face that had to have been infected. He wore torn-up clothing and had a cigarette behind each ear. He was covered in filth and smelled like it, too. I felt beyond uncomfortable sitting close to him. My parents dismissed the man, telling him that the food was ours and to go away. I was a quiet girl back then, so I stayed silent and tried to back away from him. He leaned in closer to me. I was scared to death. I could smell him and feel his breath on my back. He was absolutely repulsive. I didn't really want to eat my food anymore. The man was becoming upset. I could hear the malice in his voice growing stronger and stronger. I saw the look of fear flash across my mother and sister's faces. My father looked like an angry bull. The man was reaching for me and the steak knife to my right. My father jolted up out of his chair and started for the door of the restaurant. The homeless man ran for his life. My father returned to our table and we continued eating as if nothing happened. I still felt so violated. It was quite the experience. We were merely in the wrong place at the wrong time. However, I learned an important lesson that day. Never underestimate people and places. They can be much different than they seem.